Well, it might be a mistake here, Swigard. I'm nervous for our guest because technically still VP of programming for the radio station in New York and, our partner CBS Sports. So I'm kind of talking to a boss right now, but I'm also mentally assuming he's the WIP afternoon host. He's also the host of the Rights to Ricky Sanchez podcast that covers the Sixers. Spike Eskin joins us. Good morning, Spike. Are you in Vegas still?
I am.
How's all that going?
The worst place in our entire country. So as a vacation, I just it is I think it's a proper home for this. So I'm getting out of town today. Thanks.
God bless you for that one. I want to start with this. I asked this question on our show page last night. I'm curious your thoughts. Not legacy, not for their career. Right now, who has the better coach, the Chiefs or the Niners?
Oh, it doesn't seem like, at least Andy Reid doesn't seem like gotten older. He's gotten any worse. It just seems as we get older with more information, get smarter. So I don't know. I would say Andy Reid. How would you not say Andy Reid?
Wait, Spike, can we call you right back? We have this hang up. It keeps cutting you out, and that's probably our board. Can we call you right back in just a second?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Dang it. I hate when that stuff happens. It's bad timing. It always happens to us, too. What are we doing here? Basic phone calls. Basic. Andy Reid. Interesting last comment there. How is it not Reid? Very valid points. 2 Super Bowls, maybe a third. Reid's been great, man. Philadelphia, comes from the Walsh tree, learned from San Francisco roots, and, came close in Philly, came a quarterback short, got to Kansas City. Took him 2 years, found the quarterback. Boom. Bada boom, bada bing. So hopefully we can get him on just a second here. Spike Eskin, formerly running, still technically at WFAN. I think he starts at Philly pretty soon here as the afternoon host of WIP. So maybe we can hear his full thoughts there uninterrupted. I don't know. Maybe he's in an airport. Maybe it's just bad reception at an airport. And that's what kind of did it there. But we've had luck like that before where we get these guests. And for some reason, right when it happens. Do we got him back? All right, Spike, can you hear us?
I hear you fine. Apparently, I'm the problem. So I hope I sound better now.
You sound a little better. We'll play it by ear and just hope to God you don't cut out again. So you picked Andy Reid there, right? I heard that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that's a pretty easy pick. You don't think it is?
No, I certainly understand Reid. I think. I'd just be interested to hear what it is if the Niners win the game, and I think Kansas City and Mahomes, everybody's going to pick them, but, getting to 4 out of 5 in the NFC title game, then to a Super Bowl, back at another Super Bowl, doing this with Mr. Irrelevant, I think it's a worthy conversation just for the season, not necessarily the career here, because you can't compare to what Andy Reid is.
Yeah, I also don't think you can make the career part go away for context. And I think it's fair to say that the Niners have probably the most talent in the entire league, which you don't want to take it away from Shanahan. Obviously, it's not his fault that the roster's so good. But you talked about Mr. Irrelevant. Andy Reid has done good things with quarterbacks who are not Patrick Mahomes too. So I don't know. It's certainly a good question, but I think I'd have to default to Reid.
I actually thought of you because you're going back to Philly here. We're really excited for you. I'm happy for you. I know you do the Rights to Ricky Sanchez. I've loved Joel Embiid this year. He's been awesome. And to see what happened with the injury, it's pretty devastating. Zach Lowe had a good point of kind of a generational big in a lot of ways. He's kind of a combo of a Shaq and, hyper athletic guy that can move with the basketball. What's that been like last 2 days from your vantage point of seeing what happened to Joel Embiid?
I think it's just sad, right? I mean, I think from a talent standpoint, to your point, I don't think I've seen anything like him, in my life. The other player that I always think about when I see Embiid is Patrick Ewing, because Ewing had such a soft jumper as well, which Embiid has just gotten better and better at that every year. And Ewing this year was like something I had never seen before. And I think it's just, you have to at some point come to the realization that they're going to have to get lucky for him, and just because of how he is. And by the way, Shaq is the exception in terms of if you're guys. A lot of big guys go through this. You went through this, and Bill Walton went through this, and there's a lot of really talented guys that go through these issues, and it's a shame. Sort of seems like he has it go something like this.
Do you think the Sixers are looking to be active on that? How do you think they're approaching the deadline here? Because Woj, I think, said this on the Bobby Marks pod of just, it seems like a lot of teams might not be, there's not going to be a very active trade deadline. Might have some trades, but not a very active one. How do you think the Sixers are approaching this?
Well, I think I'll probably approach it in a similar way, in that I don't think they were going to make a big move that did not have implications beyond season. So I always thought that if they were going to make a big trade, whatever player that they were going to trade for would have beyond, when I was in Las Vegas, would have been there beyond. And I think approach it the same way. And I sort of get this too, that there probably be any big stars that are moved at the deadline. So I think generally they approach it the same way. I think the biggest question is if they were going to trade for someone like DeMar DeRozan's been brought up. Contract is expiring at the end of this year. I think you have to be very careful with that. The same way.
Spike, I hate to do this, dude, because I wanted to have you on the show. I don't know if we can keep going. You keep cutting out pretty badly. And again, I will just take responsibility on our end for this. And I wanted to say thank you for hopping on the show, but like the phone just keeps constantly cut. You keep dropping and dropping and dropping. And I know it can be frustrating on both ends there. So I'm sorry about this, but possibly rain check it.
Yeah, whatever you want. I'll do a landline next time. It's a brand new iPhone. I don't know what to do. So I apologize. I'm sorry.
Well, that's the thing about those iPhones. They get you to buy the next iPhone by doing little things like this. So, we'll get up.
I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's okay. Spike Eskin, now WIP, but still running things for WFAN for the time being. We'll try to get him on a landline, and the next time we'll get him on in just a couple days.